Peace, peace, y'all. Welcome to today's mathematics with your girl Sunshine Monet L. Today is 658. We are in the month of 6. This is the month of health, wellness, daily routine. This is Mercurian energy. We're in a space of invocation. This is how you listen, how you speak, how you teach, how you learn. Your moral and integral code, your habits, all that fun stuff. It's all right here in this space, in this month. And so today, being in the first decade of the month, this is the decade of cardinal energy, taking initiative. How are we initiating the energy, the intentions, and the actions and the intellect of the month of 6? And on today's day, it's 5. 5 is walking in the power of your truth. Today, now that we are mid the first decade of the month, we get to look back, right? And we get to look back on the month of 5 and say, hey, how was I walking in the power of my truth? Get some reminders. Sometimes we need some reminders, if not from ourselves, but from other people, other events and situations, reminders to let us know, hey, remember you said you wanted to do this and this is why. Especially during this energy of Gemini, when we walk into where all the possibilities and flavors of life come into. And it's not to distract us, but it's to show us how powerful we are, how influential we are, how much control and how much value we have in our reality, and how we really add value to every room we walk into, and people see that and want to have more of it. Ashe? So it's not a distraction. We don't have to look at it in a negative sense to walk away from it, because you can always come back to it. All right. We want to be able to look back into the power of our truth that we solidified in the month of 5 and bring it into the today in this midweek space, as today is the day of Elegua, midweek crossroad type energy, and in the middle of this first decade of the month. And really walk in our power of our truth today. Get our reminders, absorb the men. 6 and 5 come together and make 11. You already know I love my number, mastery. As we master this energy and really reapply it to our daily routine. Remember, this is what we're working towards. This is what we're working for. This is what we're doing. And keep going in that motion. It brings a sense of inspiration and aspiration and motivation to others around us that are watching. And that's what that 11 is about. When you pour into self, it pours into others. That's a divine reflection, to the energy that we're connected to, and we love it here, right? So that 11 comes into the year of 8. We're in the year of transformation, the year of birth, right? It's the year of death and rebirth, where Pluto is in Aquarius and Capricorn. It comes every 248 years. We are watching the rise and fall of empires right now, during different governments and systems and corporations and ideals and contracts and bonds, and social justice happening. A lot of justice happening in electronic communication, as what Aquarius also rules over, uniqueness and the rebellion. Ashe, revolutionary type energy, transformation and empowerment in those people who are moving as revolutionaries. And if you're not following a revolutionary, you better start. And so, and the best revolutionary to follow is yourself. And so with that being said, we take the 11 and we put it to the 8, and we have 19. Knowledge being born on this day. Intellect. We love the intellect. We love 9, the number of completion. This is the mother number, the mother that loves and nurtures the generations, the humans, the species, the babies overall, that unconditional love, the non-separatism love. This is completion and wholeness, and the knowledge that all parts make this whole. There is no number greater than 9, and that's what we give born to ultimately. That's why so many different flavors in every one body. So many different systems and organs, and you can break it down infinitely and break it back up. Excuse me. Y'all know I be bad with this camera. My bad, y'all. But yeah, so that's what the 9 is about. And 1 is that knowledge, that cardinal energy, taking initiative with that, with what it is that you are solidifying into your space, what you're doing for other people, the humanitarian pursuits, wanting to create a sense of a utopia. What does a utopia look like for you? This is how we pour into self to pour into others. That 1 and 9 come together and make knowledge in your cipher. So as you give knowledge to others, you give knowledge to the space, into the cosmos, and it comes back into 1. So as you pour into self, it pours into others, and then it pours back into self. That's the ultimate numbers. Overall, today is a day of one. Today is a day of taking initiative, utilizing that intellect, as today is a day of a Legua Wednesday in this Gemini energy. It's definitely a day of knowledge and intellect, taking some downloads, learning some things, going within self, doing some grounding, doing some meditation work, all that fun stuff. It's all within you. However, if you want to go outside of you and go to a teacher or a guru or a person, remember it's God in all things. So if you need that external relation, that external affirmation and confirmation energy, ain't nothing wrong with it. Don't let nobody shame you out of it, because God is in all things, and sometimes we need to look in the water in order to see. So let's talk about what's astrologically happening. So we start the day off with a 2% wine and crescent moon, still in that moon of cleansing. We're getting rid of our intangible things out of our space. Moon rising at 4:18 a.m. Oh, that's the time I was born. And setting at 8:02 p.m. We are in Taurus with the mindset with it. We're still thinking about our heart chakras and what we wish to materialize in our space and what we want our vortex. So today, with our heart chakra and our sensory space and that Venusian energy, we want to look back into the month of 5, because your heart was really on 1,000 back then. And because 5 is definitely the energy to be there. 5 being Leo house. Go back and look what was really getting you going, what was really motivating you. Bring that back into the day. Don't lose sight of it just because it's taking too long. You got this. All right, we're in Taurus on the Vedic and in the constellation. So today is really a day of invocation. We got that materialization energy, Taurus energy on tropical, Vedic, and constellation today. Definitely a good day to materialize and manifest into your space on a day of a Legua. It just keeps getting better and better. Okay, we're in the 3rd house with it. That's the Gemini house. That's community and communication. We're still in Mercurian energy here. So sunrise at 5:30 a.m. and setting at 8:25 p.m. Moon and Pleiades are in conjunction today at 3:12 a.m. The moon was 1.4 degrees south. Minimal angle at 3:49 a.m. The moon was 1.3 degrees out. South-southeast node was not visible as the moon is going into the new moon phase. Pleiades is the star cluster of the sorrow sisters in the Taurus constellation, showing you grief and sorrow and how you've been dealing with it and how you've been coping with it. And hopefully when you go back to walking in the power of your truth, you could pay attention to what led you up to that sense of self-doubt and start kind of like watering out, what it is that you said you wanted to begin with and what's kind of like draining you and pushing you further away from those ambitions and stuff like that. Let Pleiades be your guide in that realm and nurture those spaces. And give confirmation and affirmation to those spaces instead of trying to chastise those spaces and punish them and shame them, because they're there for a reason, and every part of you deserves love. Okay, the moon and Jupiter are minimal angle at 6:26 a.m. The moon is 3.8 degrees north-northwest, conjunction at 9:37 a.m. The moon is 4.2 degrees north, and no, this is not visible as the moon is still entering its new moon phase. So with the moon and Jupiter, expansion, generosity, optimism comes. So after we get done, hugging the sorrows, then comes the expansion. That's when we get to that 11, right? You with me? We love it here. The moon and Mercury, that's when we was with the 6 and the 5, right? Yeah, because 6 is Virgo, 5 is Gemini. Don't forget it. The moon and Mercury are conjunction at 9:37 a.m. The moon is 4.2 degrees north. Minimal angle at 9:43 a.m. The moon is 4.2 degrees north-northeast. And again, no, this is not visible as the moon enters the new moon phase. However, we can infer that there is indeed a line happening between the moon, Mercury, Pleiades, and Jupiter. And don't forget, Uranus is over here as well. So with this nice little square thing happening, because the moon and Uranus were in conjunction at minimal angle yesterday, and this is all Taurus, Aries type energy, definitely a great day for invocation, materialization, and manifesting. Please go back to those journals, those letters that you left on your altar during the full moon and new moon and whatever else rituals you were doing. Read those again today. Same conviction in your heart, especially for my spellcasters out there. If you went to someone to invoke or materialize or manifest something for you, go back into that energy today. It's a great day to do it. Really bask in it and do your own ritual yourself today to keep that energy going, keep that momentum going. Ashe. The moon and Mercury are in conjunction at 3:42 p.m. The moon is 4.4 degrees north. The moon and Aldebaran are in conjunction today at 11:59 p.m. The moon is 9 degrees north. The moon, Aldebaran, is the star, the eye of the Taurus constellation. This is the follower star because it follows behind Pleiades, so it's like the little brother type energy. But of course, the eye of Taurus is that it priorities and love and riches and wealth, value. Moon is at perihelion, which means closest to the sun today as the sun is also over up in this area. And then the globular cluster M62 in Ophiuchus constellation will be at midheaven. It will be visible from 12:51 a.m. to 2:17 a.m. You know, Ophiuchus is the healer of healers. Okay, so the getting that. So this one is for my healers today, y'all. Make sure y'all take heed to this energy today, and make sure you guys invoke what you need. And a lot of you guys had goals that you guys were moving towards. Don't lose sight of those goals, because for my healers out there, y'all is open, and it is a lot of energy coming from you for all of us right now. And so it's kind of difficult to keep up with the momentum of what we were doing for the people, and still coping with the demons that we've been coping with ourselves, doing our shadow work, doing our healing, and dealing with the current attacks from different people, places, things, and situations. So with that being said, allow today to be the day that you go back to your goals. When you were walking in the power of truth, you were feeling that, you were getting rid of things, you were getting rid of certain situations, you were standing in your power, you was 10 toes down, and you started to get a little soft. You starting to get a little soft on the edges. You getting a little opaque over here. So you just want to, bring that back, remind yourself, chin up, chest out, and today is a beautiful day in the mid-decade of the month, the mid-decade of the day, first decade of the month, and then also midweek, day of Elegua, day of the crossroads, invocation, a throat chakra is activated with the moon tonight, and then we have Taurian energy. It's all happening in Taurian energy of materialization and manifestation. So that's what I got for you today, my Cosmic Nobodies. I'm sorry it's so long. I didn't realize it was going to be so long today. I love y'all so much. Peace, y'all.